We are at the end of our July sub battle, Saints fans, and if we get 25 subscribers on this video, we will take down Marshall Green and Giants now. So it's our last chance to pass them. Hit the sub button for daily content. Football season is almost here, and we have awesome videos coming at you every single day. Today on Saints Now by Chat Sports, we have a lot to discuss. The latest roster moves. They cut a quarterback and they signed another player, so we're going to break that down here in a moment. Free agency news because it does impact the New Orleans Saints. The latest things around the NFL may or may not upset some Saints fans. And then we're, of course, going to dive into some updates from training camp. Tyler Shough versus Spencer Rattler, Alvin Kamara. We got a lot to talk about here on today's show. But let's start off with the roster moves in New Orleans. Hunter Dekkers is the quarterback that has been released by the New Orleans Saints. For the lefty, unfortunately, he is no longer on the roster. He was signed to the New Orleans Saints after a successful tryout at rookie minicamp, and then hung around for a little bit, never really got opportunities beyond QB3, QB4 reps and whatnot. So for Kellen Moore, he decides to move on from Hunter Dekkers, but in a responding move, they signed punter Kai Kroeger to compete with James Burnap and Matthew Hayball for the starting punter position. Now, right now in New Orleans, there are 3 punters, which is absolutely crazy to say. I genuinely cannot sit here and think of any time I've heard of a roster having 3 punters. But needless to say, Kellen Moore says that the rosters are always changing. There's always movement going on across the league, and they want to make sure that they are setting themselves up for the best chance for success this season. It's just wild that you have 3 punters on the roster. I can't believe between the 2 you had, one of them wasn't running away with it. I'm not thinking too much into it, but it is weird that you brought another one in. Just kind of my thoughts there. Juwan Johnson injury update for you, because that is some good news for the New Orleans Saints. He was at practice today. He was in full pads, and yesterday he left practice early with the groin injury. At first, Kellen Moore did not disclose what the injury was. Later on, we got reports from Jordan Schultz that the New Orleans Saints tight end was suffered a groin injury. It was not expected to be anything major, and we got to see that become the truth today. Reality set whenever Juwan Johnson walked out on the field, fully padded. He did go through walkthroughs, but was limited for practice overall. And, the reports are that Juwan Johnson avoided serious injury. And this is great news for a lot of reasons. One being that the Saints definitely need Juwan Johnson to be on the field, especially in Kellen Moore's offense. He's supposed to have a big year after signing a 3-year, $30 million contract. The Saints need to see him cash in on that deal and put up some good numbers. And it's also really good news for another reason. NFL free agency update. Noah Fant, the tight end that was originally part of the trade for Russell Wilson to the Broncos. The Broncos sent Noah Fant and Drew Lock to Seattle. Seattle cuts Noah Fant. Noah Fant is now a member of the Cincinnati Bengals. I told you that was probably what was going to happen. We put a video out early this morning on our shorts page breaking down the update. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, because we give you guys content on a lot of different avenues all around the NFL and the New Orleans Saints. But Noah Fant has signed with the Bengals, so it makes it even better news that Juwan Johnson's injury is minor, because obviously you want to have a tight end healthy for this season. Right now, Foster Moreau, Taysom Hill dealing with some injuries. The tight end room, I will say this. They need to get healthy. That's the first part of this. And then they need to stay healthy if the Saints offense wants to succeed and wants to thrive this year. Kellen Moore has been known to heavily lean on the tight end position, and he has not shied away from saying that if you have 2 premier tight ends, you're going to find a way to get them both on the field. And so for the New Orleans Saints, I do expect Juwan Johnson to have a big year, especially because they gave him so much money. They're going to want to see him live up to that contract. Obviously, the Saints need to get healthy in the tight end room. That's where they're mostly beat up right now, and I would love to see them be ready to roll and get this offense fully swinging and fully in motion. Now, football is back, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It's preseason Hall of Fame game. But either way, there's NFL football tonight. And if you guys are excited to watch some football, hit the thumbs up icon, like this video. And I understand maybe you're not so jazzed about the Hall of Fame game. It's preseason. Who cares? Well, We're 23 days away from college football returning. Iowa State versus Kansas State over in Dublin, Ireland. We're 10 days away from the New Orleans Saints' first preseason game. And we're 38 days away from Week 1 Saints versus Cardinals. The first time we're ever seeing Kellen Moore's new offense, Brandon Staley's new defense in New Orleans. I'm super excited. I think you should be too. If you're pumped up that football is back, I need you to hit the thumbs up icon, like this video, because we're trying to spread some good vibes. Now, let's talk about training camp, the updates and the reports where that practice was awesome. It was super competitive. There was a lot of energy. There was tons of trash talk. The team was celebrating when plays were happening, when there were big plays, when there was penalties. The defense would go up and argue with the refs. I mean, there was so much energy. Friend of the program, Ross Jackson, in fact, he reported that this was the most energetic practice that he has ever seen on Airline Drive. Kellen Moore effect is very real. Kellen Moore also saying after practice that the energy and the effort were spectacular. They were inside today. Obviously, they've been outside mostly, but today they were inside in the indoor facilities. And I got to say, it's pretty impressive that the energy is still so high, especially because the pads just went on. I'm really, really eager to see more from the New Orleans Saints. Practices, the preseason, and, of course, the regular season once that gets going. Spencer Rattler today got the QB1 reps. And I got to say, I think he might be starting to separate himself as the QB1. We're going to talk about that because Spencer Rattler, I've noticed a trend. You've seen Jake Haener take QB3 reps. You've seen Tyler Shough take QB3 reps. But you haven't seen Spencer Rattler take QB3 reps. You've seen all three quarterbacks take QB1 reps. But Spencer Rattler has not been a QB3. That's a trend that I've noticed. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe I'm looking too deep into something that means nothing. But it's a trend that I've noticed, worth at least discussing. Training camp news around Spencer Rattler is awesome because that Tipton-Rattler connection is absolute money. They continue to show the chemistry. They continue to make plays with each other. And I just got to say, it's the sweet life of Spencer Rattler. He has a lifetime reservation at the Tipton Hotel. He had a beautiful throw to Rashid Shaheed today, rolling out in the back of the end zone. It was really, really impressive. I got to see some clips. I got to see some videos of it. And he's starting to really take command of the quarterback battle in New Orleans. Personally, I believe that Spencer Rattler is winning the quarterback competition. Based off of everything I've read, based off everything I've seen, based off everything I've heard, I believe that Spencer Rattler will likely be the starting quarterback week 1. And I think that that's a smart approach in general because I think, maybe call me old-fashioned, let the rookie quarterback, doesn't matter how old he is, let the rookie quarterback get some time before you throw him to the Wolves and make him start in the NFL at a completely different level, at a completely different speed. I think that it makes sense to start Spencer Rattler for a bunch of different reasons, but especially because right now he seems to be winning the quarterback competition. Tyler Shough today, I mean, he just wasn't awesome. There's been a viral video going around on social media highlighting all the bad things he's done at camp thus far. It specifically cut out a lot of the good clips and a lot of the good plays from him, but today he really didn't do himself any favors through 2 interceptions. However, it is worth noting he did rally back with the touchdown afterwards. Jordan Howden catching one of those picks today, and Isaiah Stallbird, I believe. No, not Isaiah Stallbird. It was not Nephi Sewell. It was one of the linebackers who caught an interception. But I will say, it's nice to see that he responded well. He rallied back, scored a touchdown. I believe it was like a 14-yard pass on 3rd down. And he was more decisive, and he showed less hesitation when throwing the ball. So he's starting to kind of get comfortable. He's starting to kind of let it loose and starting to sling the pill around. So I want to see him hone it in. I want to see him be better. But right now, I do believe Spencer Rattler is winning the quarterback competition. However, it is worth discussing the importance of the rallying back and the response that Tyler Shough has had, and Spencer Rattler for that matter. I mean, when Shough has made plays, Spencer Rattler responds. So the big thing for Kellen Moore is how do these players respond to adversity? These are young quarterbacks. They're installing a new offense. This is not a mystery. The quarterback room will have bad moments, regardless of who's starting. But how they respond to adversity is a very, very important thing for head coach Kellen Moore, and I think he really makes a good point about this. It's all about how they respond this time of year. You have a bad play, you have a mistake, whatever it may be, however, or how you respond, how you keep moving, and we'll just continue to grow from that. That's what's important. It's how do you respond? How do you keep it moving? You can fix things after practice. You can fix things in the film room. But how do you continue to move forward? How do you respond to a bad play? Do you stay making bad plays, or do you respond well, bounce back, and throw a touchdown like Tyler Shough did today? For what it's worth, I still believe Tyler Shough does have an opportunity to do some good things for the New Orleans Saints as a passer, but right now I think Spencer Rattler is winning the quarterback competition. We got to discuss Alvin Kamara, but really quickly, Alvin Kamara is so fresh, but this shirt might be a little just as fresh if you ask me. This shirt was $60. It is now $30. Chatsports.com/Saints sale. I made the link clickable for you in the comments and description of this video. To make it easy to, I went ahead and replied to the pinned comment. Click the link. Get yourself some gear. It's perfect for workouts. It's perfect for lounging around. It's perfect for a watch party. Or heck, if you just want a new Saints shirt on sale, it's Nike. It's fresh. Trust me, you're going to want to get one of these right now. Chatsports.com/Saints sale. Take advantage of that 50% off with our link in the comments and description of this video. Okay, going to go ahead and say it. This is going to be a Alvin Kamara glazing segment. He's looking awesome. He looks absolutely jacked. I mean, this was yesterday at training camp. Lopez called me crazy. Dude looked like he hits the gym. He looks like he's been putting in work this offseason. He looks like he dabbles in the weight room, just a tad bit. I mean, for what it's worth, I think he's looking absolutely yoked. It's nice to see Alvin Kamara, staying in shape, getting active. I really, really believe this will be AK's best season yet. I think when you pair Kellen Moore and the great offensive mind that he is, pairing with the really unique talent and special abilities that Alvin Kamara has, that is a match made in heaven. And I really think that this is the year we're going to see Alvin Kamara hit that 1,000-yard rushing mark. We're going to be able to see him be absolutely lethal as a pass catcher as well. And I do think that this is a big safety net for the New Orleans Saints offense. Regardless if it's Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shough, the offense is going to lean on Alvin Kamara. You don't have Taysom Hill available at least for the first handful of weeks, like more likely closer to October, November. So Alvin Kamara is going to be the most reliable option and most reliable weapon you have on the Saints offense until you kind of get things rolling with the quarterbacks. So I think for that reason as well, you will see Alvin Kamara have a massive, massive season. So AK, I got one message for you. Dear Alvin Kamara, let's plug those ears. Let's silence those haters. Let's quiet the noise, and let's go be great this year. You've been great every season. I want to see you continue to be great. You just turned 30 years old, but age is nothing but a number. You are aging like a fine wine, my friend. I can't wait to see you rock out this year. I want to see you absolutely crush it in this Saints offense. And of course, whenever you're ready to come on the show, hit your boy up. Would still love to have you on for that interview. Now get down in the comment section, comment AK41 if you want to see Alvin Kamara have an absolutely amazing season. You want to see him be stellar. You want endless highlights from this guy right here. Type AK41 down in the comment section. Who Dat Nation, I really appreciate y'all for hanging out with us this afternoon, this morning, this evening, wherever you are, no matter how you're tuning in. We appreciate Saints fans for rocking and rolling with us on Saints Now by Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Trace Girouard. That's my guy, Loco Lopez. Y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time.